Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to use a stamp set called Up and Away, and even if you don't have this stamp set, it might give you some ideas of how to maybe use your circle punches and make them balloons and have them in the same kind of layout as I'm going to show you today. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is going to be 5.5 by 8 1/4 and then scored at 4 1/4. So that's going to be my base. I also am going to be using a piece of Soft Sky, and I've cut this 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. And I'm going to be using the Cloudy Days embossing folder. And when I run it through the Big Shot, this is then the texture then that I get. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this to my Whisper White base. And when you use your texture plates, if you're going to use your tape, make sure that you do it kind of gently so that you don't push the image that you've just embossed. This is Old Olive cardstock, and it's one of the Brights Collection colors. And I'm taking a sponge dauber here and Old Olive classic ink. And I cut out these strips of Old Olive cardstock with the Finishing Touches Edgelit. So it looks like this. It's kind of like a scallop that I'm actually going to be using as grass. So I've cut this out already. Then I'm going to just take my ink and my dauber, and I'm just going to add a little bit of ink to the grass blades here and give it a little bit more dimension and texture so that when I adhere it onto my cardstock base, the little blades of grass will stand out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the second piece that I've done here. So I'm going to just adhere this to my Soft Sky and Whisper White base. I'll just snip off the ends here. And then I can use these pieces on another card if I want to. And that's okay. I don't necessarily want them straight because lawns and grass aren't always straight. Right, the next thing that I've done is I've used the Up and Away stamp set, and I've used a number of the Brights Collection and stamped these out. Now again, if you don't have this stamp set, you can use circles to make balloons, and it will give the same kind of layout as I mentioned before. So what I've done is I've already stamped those out. So this is Pacific Point. I used Pumpkin Pie, and I used Daffodil Delight. Now you'll notice that there's a little shine to the balloons. What I did is I used my Crystal Effects, and after I stamped the balloon, I put some Crystal Effects on it, and I've been letting it dry here. And now I'm going to adhere these onto my Soft Sky base with some dimensionals. When using embellishments, whether it's buttons, brads, stamped images, it's always a good thought to try to do them in odd numbers. So this time I've got the 3 balloons. I previously stamped this little sentiment, sending many thanks. This is from a hostess set that I've had for some time, but because the balloons were flying up, I thought that that would be appropriate. So whatever sentiment you want for your card. So I hope you enjoy this project and enjoy making your own balloon cards, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.